Avatar: The Last Airbender is here for Vintage Magic the Gathering, and there's one card that everyone wants to have. All right, welcome back, Vintage gamers, to the very first Vintage League with Avatar: The Last Airbender legal. We are starting today with the headliner card of the set, Mythic Rare Bird Spirit Wan Shi Tong Librarian. So this is X blue, Flash, Flying, Vigilance. It's a 1/1. When it enters, X 1/1 counters, and then draw half of X rounded down cards. And static ability, whenever an opponent searches their library, put a 1/1 counter on this card and draw a card. So that's a lot of text. What about it is good? How does it play in Vintage? Well, number one, X costing blue means 2 mana cost, Lurrusable card. That doesn't mean you can pay X's any number. In fact, if you want to return it with Lurrus, you can only pay X's 0. But what it really means is it can be played inside of a deck where the Lurrus companion cost is still legal. So that's plus number one. Obviously, it's blue, so it pitched a Force of Will. So it got a very, very reasonable floor. And then 1/1 is slightly concerning, obviously, because it can get Bowmaster down. And it has 2 different abilities that are drawing cards, including the one where ETBs. So Bowmaster is a concern. But we have this X mana sink, where X is a sizing mana sink. So straight up, every mana you put into this is another 1/1 counter. Love that. And then every time you put 2 counters on it, you're going to draw an extra card as well. So a really strong mana sink, which is great with things like Lotus, Return Lotus. This is great with things like Mana Drain. And it's great with, Moxen, just any number of off-color Moxen. Obviously good with Soul Ring and Mana Crypt. And then the static ability, whenever an opponent searches their library, put a 1/1 counter on it and draw a card. That's very strong. The timing windows will be the thing to keep an eye on here. If we want to play this in response to a fetch land, it means that opponent is probably casting a spell after. So, there's a little problems there in terms of timing speed. But just having this in play and giving you 1/1 counters and drawing cards whenever your opponent is playing fetch lands, whenever they're demonic tutoring, whenever they're searching with Urza Saga. I do think the format is a little less search heavy than it used to be, just because of lots of initiative and Raker running around. But even initiative, they're searching for a plains. That would be a 1/1 here and draw a card. So I think this is a very strong static ability. I think the mana sink is great. I think the casting cost is okay. The good part about the casting cost is, 1, it's blue, 2, it goes with Lurrus. The bad part about the casting cost is blue is pretty prohibitive. Sometimes it can be hard to have island in play with how much wastelands are happening. It's hard to have it off of Moxen, right? You have to have blue, so you have to have exactly a Petal, a Lotus, or a Sapphire, and an island to have it on turn 1. However, I do think that this card is worth trying out. Is this deck that we're playing it in going to be the home for it? Probably not. So what am I doing today? What I'm doing is trying to see how strong is this card. I'm going to give it all the support it can get, and we'll see how strong it is. And then we can start to think, well, what kind of applications can we put it in based on that strength? And so I'm pairing it up today in a almost fully flash deck. I'm trying to play a blue-black control deck with Lurrus here, where I'm going to be able to hold open Wan Shi Tong, Orcish Bowmaster, Mana Drain, Dress Down, Daze, Spell Pierce, Flusterstorm, Fatal Push, Ancestral Brainstorm, Misstep, Negation, Trap, Force. All of these cards I'm going to try to play on my opponent's turn at instant speed. The big card here I'm trying to pair with is Mana Drain. We've seen some success recently with the Gifts Breach deck with Mana Drain in it. Mana Drain seems like a card that is perfect with this card, as they get to be held open at the same time. And if you do get a bunch of mana off your Mana Drain, you have a mana sink with either Wan Shi Tong or Lurrus or Delve Spell or Lorien Revealed. So you have a lot going on there. So this is kind of like a blue-black Lurrus list that has foregone Frog to try to play a little bit more of a controlling instant speed game instead of a tempo game. You're not seeing any wastelands here because I'm unsure if this casting cost is super reasonable when you have wastelands in your deck. That's something I'm very worried about. So we're taking a bit of a different approach to this. Like, this is more of a true control deck rather than a tempo deck. And we're going to see how it fares. Now, where do I think this card will end up? If this card does prove to be good in, say, a deck like this, and it proves to be good without the flash aspects mattering as much, without the mana sink aspects mattering as much, if it just proves to be a very strong, like, draw card, then I think you might want one or two of these as a legendary creature inside your actual blue-black Lurrus Frog deck. That could be a really nice place. Maybe you want it as an alternative mana drain sink in the Gift's Breach deck. I think it's a little less likely because that deck doesn't run creatures, and playing a random creature to get Fatal Push is not great. But it is always going to, like, for the most part, it's going to give you cards back, so maybe it's okay. You could theoretically play it in PO, but I don't foresee this being a card being played in PO, but PO does get to use the Moxen off-color mana for a mana sink better. It can get blue-blue with Opal, so like maybe PO wants that. But for now, this is going to be blue-black, flash, Lurrus control deck with Wan Shi Tong, and we're going to play it through a Vintage League and see how it goes. Did you know subscribing here on YouTube and following on Twitch are both free ways you can support my vintage content? All right, let's play some Owls. First vintage match of the league. Let's get bigger. Let's get bigger. I don't know. Okay, mulligan. We're up against Shockwave. Shockwave's been pioneering interesting, how do you say? Esper Control builds, singleton almost, with just forces. Yeah, I see Bobble, Balance, Mystical, Snap, Petal, Tundra, Delta. Us, we got a lot of Moxen. I'd like to get down before things get bad. I think I'm going to buy a Lurrus because I don't see a lot of value in getting this Bowmaster going, though. Maybe as long as I get everything in play, the balance won't be as bad. If the balance kills my Lurrus, the balance kills my Lurrus, so be it. But I want to make it so at least opponent has losing some cards from their hand to use the balance. Did I end up with a? I think I did end up with a Surveil land in my final list, right? Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess I will fetch a normal Underground Sea here. Obviously, I can't replay Lotus Petal with the Vexing Bauble. Will they balance? They lose 2 cards to kill my Lurrus. Looks like no. Drain is a great draw here. The good news, I guess they could trade this for Snapcaster, but then I Bowmaster. Yeah, okay, this is fine. If they play for Snapcaster as an Ambush Viper, I can Bowmaster it, and then they're more incentivized to balance, and I'll just drain the balance. Looks like we're going Mystical Tutor. Ancestral Recall. So if I play Bowmaster and they balance first, I guess I'll just wait. We know almost every card in their hand. Yeah, I'm gonna respond to this with a Bowmaster. If they want to balance after, they're gonna lose a lot of cards. Yeah, I think Ancestral is fine. And again, I could drain the balance. And we're looking at a quick clock here, 2 turns. 6 cards in my opponent's hand. Obviously, they could snap balance afterwards, but then I still get to keep stuff, so. And then I can keep my Lurrus, rebuy my Bowmaster. Be pretty good for us. Maybe I was supposed to... I don't know. This represented more things, right? Think about maybe I should have main phase activated this turn, but I don't think so. Are they willing to... I mean, they can go down to last card Snapcaster and then Snap Ancestral. So, like, the balance is not bad for them here. They do run a problem, though, if I, like, have any kind of Spell Pierce or something here and they lose the Snapcaster. But then we're both at parity and they have a Bobble, so it's not that bad. One of the cool things about my opponent's deck is it plays a lot of powerful cards and a lot of unique powerful cards, so it makes for kind of varied gameplay. We'll go here with the Undercity Sewers. Twister. Okay, well, that's lethal, so let's keep that on top. Trying to think if there's any reason I should maybe not attack first. Or not Twister first. I guess they could like snap to get it in play. Is that very good? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like, I could theoretically not play with this Twister, but I could even attack first, see what happens, and then Twister after. They have swords or they have Crack Bobble? What are we looking at here? Crack Bobble. Okay. So is that lethal on its own? This is 6/9, too short. Be 1 short after a fetch. Negation pitching Twister. I'm gonna just drain this. Interesting. Oh, cool game, cool game. All right. So we're up against some kind of like Esper Singleton controlling deck. Typically these fatal pushes are going to be dead. So we'll try to take those out for something like negation. Maybe long goodbye on planeswalkers is like reasonable. Not sure actually. Extirpate pretty bad unless we're hitting just force. Don't really like null rod. Needle could be nice to have. Don't know if I want more than 1 spell bomb. I'm down to try out just taking these fatal pushes out and playing this. If they have like a Hull Breach or something, we can long goodbye it, but mostly just we'll hit some planeswalkers maybe. That might not be necessary. Maybe you're supposed to play another cantripping spell bomb. Not sure. This is gonna be close enough. So we didn't draw any owls, any wands. Here's a wand, but this is our classic Urza Saga Gaming. No blue mana. Also Urza Saga Mana Drain, classic combination as well. Can't imagine that this is an acceptable hand, so I'm mulligan this. This one is not great either, but I think we'll keep it on 6. Mana Crypt. Could negate that, but it's going to help us a little bit. Might as well just go for the payoff. That seems like a good enough one to negate. Are we just going to get overwhelmed by restricted cards? That could definitely happen here. Oh, yep. All right, well, Tezzeret resolves, untaps Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt, Sensei Top. Okay, pretty strong. We're still another mana away from Bowmaster. I mean, this is a pretty powerful start, so it is what it is. We had a counterspell, had a force, didn't do anything. This Tezzeret can just get Lurrus, can shuffle away whatever's on top. Or, sorry, get Lotus, I should say. Not Lurrus. Imagine. Tezzeret, search up Lurrus. All right, draw with top. Found a land. Passes. I guess this didn't fetch right away because they already untapped. It looks pretty dead to me, but this top comes back down. Tezzeret goes back up to 6. Could go for a Tezzeret ultimate. Spin top, I assume. Well, they already know the next card. At least next 2 cards, maybe. No, next card. They have a fetch. They have a Tezzeret activation. Just an untap. And then a shuffle before even spinning. It's a lot of mana. And a Karn, a stock up. It's quite strong. It's quite strong indeed. Yeah, this hand was really good. This is definitely the kind of hand that makes you feel like, oh man, I really should be playing these Tinker-esque deck. Obviously, this deck doesn't play Tinker main. It could if it wanted to. But you know, when you're opening Mana Crypt, Soul Ring, Force Backup, Planeswalker, it's certainly strong. All right. I'm gonna have to main phase this Bowmaster so that this Tezzeret doesn't ultimate. 1. I think this Tezzeret ultimate is game losing for me. I think 1 is fine. Though I am thinking about sagaing, so it does get a bit worse. Hope this doesn't get countered either. Because they could just force this and then play. They're just gonna force Bowmaster, pitching set the 3rd Force of Will, untap, play Sensei's Top and Ultimate. Yeah, I got rid of most of my removal, so the only way we really win now is Bowmaster Twister. Might, yeah. Oh, wow, searches. That's very odd. I think I would have just ultimated Tez right away. I can't imagine I would ever search here. I mean, just ultimate Tez and start attacking with Soul Ring, and you're playing against blue-black control. Like, it's got to be good. It's very surprising to me. Very surprising that my opponent chose to search here. Maybe they'll still end up getting to 7 anyways, but another top. Okay, well, they can definitely do that. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense, because now you can top draw here, play 3 times, and get back up anyways. All right, yeah, that makes sense if you have, which just has Time Walk too. Okay, I think we're just completely dead then. That's a good reason to have 2 tops, though, for your 1 Tezzeret, is so that they can combo with each other to build you up to a win con. Oh, man. Shockwave has it all figured out. But yeah, triple force, Planeswalker, Mana Crypt, Soul Ring. It is what it is. All right. I'm going to still try to play through this. I think it's still winnable with like Mana Crypt in play, Bowmaster Twister. We're just going to use all of our mana to make a Tezzeret as big as possible. I guess you can get multiple emblems. That probably is too hard to beat. I guess if you have just Mana Crypt, Soul Ring and you have 7 mana every turn, you can just Tezzeret ultimate every turn. Yeah, okay. I guess it's pretty good against decks that are not threatening enough, which is why I have Twister in the deck. I assume you just put it on Soul Ring or Crypt. Crypt is probably fine. Yeah, I wasn't really ready to concede this one yet. We'll see. This clock is like not that fast. And there's a mana crypt, and I can like block with like maybe Bowmasters looping with Lurrus off of Lotus on this saga. Like, doesn't feel like it's a huge issue. I'll see if my opponent goes for another ultimate or if they go for a search. If they go for a search, then I'll do Wan as a X equals 2. Yeah. I guess they can get like a portable hole here, but this will draw me 2 cards, so. I can like get a portable hole and answer it, but I'm still gonna draw 2 cards, so. So I draw 1 for Wan, and then I'll draw 1 after the search. But I do need to have like Bowmaster Twister though. If I don't get Bowmaster Twister, there's really no other way out of this game, because I'm not playing like a Time Vault Key or anything like that. All right, got a Needle. When I got a Needle, so I still have a Wand, and now my Wand blocks this unless it goes to a 6/6. Gonna maybe Needle Saga, which makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Gonna use the Mana Vault to play Chase the Mind Sculptor, of course. Classic. Bounce the Wand. That's fine. Stand up the Jet, maybe? Or you want this black mana? I mean, I guess you don't lose the black mana, so. But this obviously will be summoning sick if it gets stood up. It's still gonna stand it up anyways, just because it's less useful. Makes sense. All right, so I can't do anything with this other than search. I have a needle. I can name Sensei's Top off of my needle, but then the Tezzeret can search for a portable hole, but then I can counter it. I think that is... I mean, I think I'm losing no matter what happens here, but I think I'm going to do needle naming Sensei's Top. And then I'm going to play out Pearl and fetch. And then I think I want to... I guess I need to hold everything up, so I'm just going to pass. I guess I don't have the ability to drain and play Wan Shi Tong here, which is unfortunate. Still am gonna need like exactly Bowmaster Twister. I guess like maybe the Mana Crypt just kills my opponent. Like they lose 3 flips and die. I guess that's still possible as well. Searching again. All right. Do I want to have Drain open or do I want to just... I mean, he might be just going for the portable hole for this. So I could flash in Wan and get another draw. Or I can drain whatever gets searched out of here. I kind of need... I think I need to let this happen and drain the portable hole. Okay. I still am taking like a bajillion damage here, so... Oh, why does he keep... I don't like this. So he keeps putting on a new things, but this one is summoning sick. Like, you could put it on this needle and make the needle a 6/6. Like, obviously it makes it easier for me to chump block, but don't you want to try to end this game as soon as possible? Still hasn't activated Jace, which is kind of interesting. Oh, soul. Okay. I mean, I have a fetch, so. Oh, he's targeted himself. Okay, interesting. Decline to use Jace targeting self. All right. I'm in second main here. I'll drop down a dress down just to cantrip it. Don't think it's going to do anything with this Tezzeret army, so there's my DT. But I didn't get a Lotus off of my Needle. So I think I need to draw. Oh, all right. I have my 1 mana drain. So I think I need to DT for Bowmaster. And I have to live through this. I mean, I'm going to live through this attack with a Bowmaster chump on the token, and then I need to draw a Twister. Or if they brainstorm, obviously, they could have... They played around brainstorm that last turn. Okay, this time they didn't lose their crypt flip. Just going to combat. That's smart. I really want... Okay, so he does know he can do that, so he just chose to do it differently. Putting on the mana crypt, because if he wants me to remove the mana crypt, makes sense. Don't know what card that got drawn for turn. We're just playing Bowmaster here. Pinging my opponent. And then chump blocking this crypt. This at least turns off the Jace's ability to... He might go minus. It's possible. Yogwill? That'd be nuts here. I like how my opponents just had like Island Tundra and play the whole game and then block off of Jet. Karn? Karn is fine. He should probably just face seal me now and make sure I don't draw Twister, because that's like the only way he loses. But I could have Twister in my hand right now. That could be the one unknown. Maybe I had Bowmaster and I tutored for Twister, you know? Yeah, just bouncing Bowmaster. Okay, that makes sense too. Bouncing Bowmaster with the Karn in play means I won't ever have enough mana to Twister. And I'm going to have 2 blockers next turn, which is not enough to live. So I think that just makes us dead. We can brainstorm into a time walk. There's my Twister. Wow. So close. So close. So we can Bowmaster. It pings my opponent, and it's not going to be enough. I think no matter what here, we're dead, but we'll just let it go to their turn in case they mess up somehow. Damn, this was actually really close to pulling out a really crazy come-from-behind victory when we had no business being in the deck, which is why we have the Twister at all. Okay, so they're going to pay to untap the Mana Vault. That's another problem with putting counters on it. 4 mana to attack. Didn't lose the Mana Crypt flip. As long as this +1/+1 counter goes on a different creature, like the Sensei's Top, then we are dead. Let's see. Okay. If we had the ability to play both of our Bowmasters there, so if we had drawn Bowmaster and not Brainstorm, we'd have 2 blockers. I guess I still have to triple block and it would be bad. So, all right. I still don't think this is like a Null Rod matchup. Opponent just happens to have the big mana, but And it's not a consign matchup. There's only one Tezzeret from the other side, so I think that was just my opponent drew a really, really strong hand, and we couldn't really come back from it. But like we have these main deck mind break traps, they would have been nuts against the opening hand, like really strong. If I had a mind break trap and a force, that means they would have gone all in on like all their cards for a Tezzeret, and we just trapped the whole stack. All right. Yeah, this hand looks fine. So I think I'm just gonna DT for Ancestral here. Oh, I forgot to get the old frame, new art Ancestral. Damn. The Magic Online account. I have to use the Daybreak account here because no one has any Jesus any wands online yet. But they have all these new old frame new arts, which is at least I think a slight upgrade. It's another 6 mana opener, huh? Okay. I'm not thrilled about this. I won't lie to you. I really feel like, I mean, maybe I could have DT'd for force. Just doesn't make any sense, right? Man. I don't know. Like, am I supposed to mulligan to a hand with like forces and traps? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Like, there could be very easily, opponent could very easily just have like island go in a lot of games. But these hands are just insane. There's like not much I can do about it. No pass afterwards. Interesting. Looks like I think he's holding up hard cast negation is what I think is happening. I'm just going to jam this ancestral now with this Flusterstorm and see what happens. I have a dress down for a Hull Breacher if there was a Hull Breacher. I don't think he's playing a Hull Breacher, but if there was a Hull Breacher. All right, well, at least we're building out a mana advantage here. Have a hard cast negation now. So I think we're in a decent spot. I'm surprised that nothing got played off of the Lotus when the Ancestral just straight up resolved. I assume that just means he has nothing? It's a little hard to say. I'm going to go with Island Cycle for another sea and also Sewers. But I'm going to play this game at instant speed for sure. From now on, Saga Gaming sounds great. It's going to be really good with my instant speed plan, so let's get Saga going. There's only one strip mine in my opponent's deck, too. Yep, there's the strip mine. I just willed that one into existence, didn't I? It's like the only clean Saga answer, I think. Yeah, I don't think I'm dressing down. All right, we'll keep going here. I think my deck is better at doing this kind of game plan. I think my opponent's deck gets an advantage when it plays like a turn 1, 3 or 4 drop, and my deck is better at playing these longer games. Like if I draw some mana drains, I'm going to be in a great spot. Almost ready to buy Lurrus. I don't want to buy Lurrus because it taps me out of like negation Fluster, which is something I want. I mean, I guess Fluster is going to be turned off soon here. I'm going to go for end step, dress down. Not second main, because I don't want to... I guess I could have gone second main here. Oh, and a Wan. I guess that is a problem with going dress down. But again, it's fine. I can just wait. Waiting is fine. I'm not super worried from this spot. And then how much Wan am I going here? I think all of it. 4, 6. Let's pay 6 mana for our X is equal to 4, draw 2. Can hard cast Force, obviously. I like our spot. I can't protect this, but I don't think I need to protect this, so... I could obviously pay 1 less and protect it with negation. I just don't think I would use a negation on a force here. They're going to fetch so that they don't trigger the wand by fetching. And then are they going to counter it is the question. They might just let it resolve. Wow, they're just letting it resolve. All right. Swords to Plowshares on the stack. I will hard cast a Mental Misstep to beat the Vexing Bauble. If they want to fight over this, it's fine. If they want an Ancestral in response, that's unfortunate, but I think that's also something I wasn't really going to be able to play around anyways. And these are still going to happen, so I'm still going to get my 2 cards, no matter what, which is great. I don't know what the, I guess. Okay, so the swords is not happening. I'm drawing 2 more fetch lands. I have 2 more fetchables, right? All right, I might only have 1 more fetchable. I might have no more fetchables. God bless. That's crazy. All right. Well, this thing's a 5/5. 4 counters and 2 cards, huh? All right, well, I'm not even going to buy Lurrus. I think I'm just going to keep going. The fact that I have 2 fetches here is really unfortunate, but... Pass from my opponent. I wonder what's in hand. Here comes blue. Is it Ancestral? Oh, Merchant Scroll. Yeah, I mean... Scroll away. I can hard cast stuff now, so I'm happy. I'm a happy guy now. Got a big owl. Oh, the search from the Merchant Scroll draws me a card. Okay, I mean this is gonna be a hell of a Magic card, isn't it? Can't play this bauble into the bauble. Another Wan. All right. I mean I'm gonna attack. I almost want a Twister, though that puts a bunch of fetches in my deck, I guess. Puts a bunch of fetches in their deck too. I guess there's like not a lot of downside to just playing a fetch land here. Discard to hand size anyways. So this is going to draw 3 if I let it resolve. I think I'm just going to negate this. And maybe that's worse than like... I don't know. If I put it like hard cast a force now, then at least my Fluster's finally online. But then my Force of Will won't be online, so... I kind of hope they like balance and I just play a new one after. They don't know that this is turned off, but they could probably guess considering the lands I have in play. Saga Gaming. They are almost dead to this one. Do I play another one to draw a card? I doubt it. Another one. Okay, I didn't really want another one. That is not what I wanted here. But it's not bad. 1 life for my opponent. 4 cards in hand. Vexing Bauble crack. Draw a card is fine. Blue, Mystical Tutor is fine. I will just get a fetch off. I'll get a wand trigger off of this search. PO. Draw a card. Bowmaster. Yeah, I'll cast Bowmaster. Wow. Okay. This owl, kind of nice. All right. Round 2. Got Jackie the Puppet. Don't know what that means. Lurrus, apparently. It's exciting. I'm down to play a nice little Lurrus matchup. What do I got? I got Fatal Push Bowmaster, Island Saga. Bro, this okay, fine. There's a Saga card. It's been a hell of a drug. Very good at not casting spells. Great. My basic island got strip mined. Okay. Hold on. I always take one of these and yep. I gotta take one for the team here. And Black Lotus. I didn't realize we were getting... Alright, well, that's not happening. I think I want to try to hit this Bowmaster Twister. Wow. Holy hell, your opening hand was Lotus, Mox, Strip Mine, Ancestral, Stock Up. Okay. That's not good for me. I'll tell you that much. I assume this is still like Blue Black Lurrus with stock ups, like more Moxen and stock ups, maybe. Can't believe my basic island got strip mined. I want a Mox Jet. Mox Jet would be sick there. Instant Bowmaster. Ah, Deathrite Shaman with stock up. Okay. All right, really need to draw fetch land. Great. Well, I do have Lotus coming, so technically, if I draw a land, I could go Protected Bowmaster Twister. Not great in sorcery speed, where you don't have a dude who can attack, but... Oh, there's a Volcanic as well. So Ren and 6 Strip Mines stock up Deathrite Shaman Lurrus, maybe? You can kind of do anything you want. Goodbye, basic island. Green. Red, Ren and 6. Man, I really don't want them to have a Ren and 6. I'm gonna negate that. Just force backup. All right, well, the good news here, I'm surprised that they forced this through, but it means they probably won't have another force, which means we can probably, if we draw the land, go for the Twister Bowmaster, killing the Brennan 6. Oh my god, wait, no, I'm getting Strip Mine locked, right. That is why I wanted to force this land. Okay. All right, well, I had fun. So my opponent had Ancestral Lotus, stock up, Strip Mine lock with Brennan 6. And I would have had... I would have had Bowmaster Twister killing Deathrite Shaman Ren and 6. All right, whatever. Sometimes you take losses. You gotta let it happen. These Mind Break traps would have been sick a lot so far. They would have been very, very good a lot of the time. And they just haven't been in my hand. I think I want to hit the long goodbye in here. I don't know exactly what we're looking at. We're looking at Volcanics and Deathrite Shamans. I wonder if it's like the potatoes build with the questing druids. So there's a questing 4-color questing druid with like 1 Ren and 6. That might be what we're looking at here. I would not want fatal pushes against that. No, there's Deathrite Shaman, so it's not that deck. So it's something of someone's own creation here. Do kind of want the spell bomb to maybe stop a Ren and 6. I just like don't think this is typically a negation matchup unless there's like a bunch of Ren and 6. So that's a little weird. Not really sure. Maybe we want to have needle access here. Needle, cage, not cage. I just need to figure out like maybe what kind of split am I taking here? Am I just doing no negations? Am I keeping all my fatal pushes? It doesn't. It kind of depends on like how many of each card they have. This is a matchup where I would feel pretty good if I'm not getting turn 1 Lotus Mox Ancestral stock up. So hopefully we can extend the game out and play a good one here. I don't think this is a dress down matchup. Let's try this. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm supposed to have my negations in if it's like 4 red and 6. If it's 4 red and 6, then yeah. But if it's less than 4 red and 6, then it's no. I just don't know because it's not a real, it's not a deck you normally see. But here we have Gataxian Probe to cheat, and we have the turn 1 mana drain with the Sapphire. So my opponent's hand is Wasteland, Emerald, Lorien, Force, Ponder. Okay. All right. I have Spell Pierce, Drain, which should line up pretty well against what my opponent's got going on here. Though I can't play Drain and Spell Pierce in the same turn usually, so maybe it won't. I don't have a basic swamp in my deck because of the amount of blue mana symbols, so I might just be going fetching and getting 2 islands. But that will weaken my Force of Will, so we'll see exactly how my opponent plays out this turn 1 here. Are they just going to go for Ancestral with double Force backup? What's their plan? They're just going to pass. That was a new card. They drew a Flooded Strand off the top, so they don't have to Lorien Reveal if they don't want to. Because they have a Wasteland in hand, I think what I'm going to do... Or they're just going to Ancestral in response to my fetch. That's fine. That puts them to 9 cards. No, that puts them to 8 cards. All right, whatever. I'll Spell Pierce this. Just don't know if I'm going to force back if they force. I mean, if they force, then they just lose all their blue cards, leaving them with Wasteland and then a fresh 3. Am I favored? Not sure I am. So what did I have to do there? Not crack? I had to not crack and wait a turn, and then I still would only have 2 counter spells. I guess I wish I had... I guess what I could have done... No, I mean, I just never have enough counter spells to win here. So should I have not have done this, I guess is the question. Yeah, I mean, I think I want to get these forces out, so... I guess I'll just go to 0 cards, then up to 4 cards. Or sorry, down to 1 card, and then up to 4. So they have 3 unknowns here. And we're untapping with a drain, but nothing to really do with our drain, so it's probably bad for us. Oh. Yeah, that works. I got dazed? Alright, whatever, man. Okay. Well, I thought I was going to resolve my spell considering I got 2 forces out of my opponent's hand, but I did not. Are they going to cast Ren 6 off of Emerald Ruby? Bro, oh, Ragavan. I see. We're deep in the build here. All right. They hit a Brainstorm. Great. They can cast Brainstorm off of Treasure. All right. I am getting bullied, I guess. I think this matchup should be like incredibly good for us, I would say. We have double basic, instant speed. Should be better at grinding, but sometimes it doesn't work out. Historically, these Ragavan, Deathrite Shaman, there has been instances where Ragavan, Deathrite Shaman, Ren and 6 has been played. It was not a Lurrus deck. It was a like an Oko Minskin Buu deck. But the only person who really had success with it was Yuta Takahashi. Everyone else seemed to not do as well, and then we kind of haven't seen anything like it in a while. Ragavan historically has been a really bad card in Vintage. Lots of removal, lots of creatures on the ground that just block it. That's a good draw. I mean, I just have to cast this. I didn't draw any lands, and I didn't draw any... Okay. Well, I am having problems here. I'm glad I brought in the Fatal Pushes and Long Goodbye. I think I did that correctly. Yep, I wanted to be able to... Now they have a Ren and 6 Wasteland lock. I don't really have any good ways of killing a Ren and 6. I have a Long Goodbye. All right. Great. Maybe I shouldn't have cast Ancestral. I just kind of thought I would hit a land drop. I could have not cast Ancestral and held open Drain. Mana Drain was removed. Well, now they know about Drain, which is not great. Also, Trap's not going to be cast because they don't have a thing. Spell Bomb. I mean, that's not nothing. Because at least I could get rid of a Wasteland later. But it's pretty bad. And again, this Drain has no outlet, right? I have no... I can buy Lurrus, so I guess there's always an outlet, but I can't cast Lurrus. Is this buy Lurrus? Oh. Okay, well, hopefully this resolves. Mana Drain, that is. 8 colorless is not nothing. Man, I kind of wish I had Nihil Spellbomb instead so I could crack it with my Mana Drain mana. Okay. Stock up. It's a good follow-up, for sure. They were pressured into cruising because of my Spellbomb, but I was not cracking that, so... Hopefully they'll, like, still play Ragavan after this. I can just trap it, but... I'm not sure Trap is going to be turned on much longer. But I will have Fatal Push, maybe. Well, I can't get a basic, Swamp, so maybe not. I'm kind of getting bullied, I will say. Ragavan? Yeah. Now they're going to dash Ragavan. Even better. All right. I think this is the same Wasteland. So my opponent has 2 unknowns in hand. And an extreme mana advantage. And a Ren and 6 that can ultimate soon. It's not great. Ooh, just in time. Oh my gosh. Hold on. That is a hell of a draw. All right, I'll draw 4 and make an 8/8, a 9/9 flyer. And now I have everything up, basically. I could DT for a Long Goodbye and Long Goodbye right now. It's probably worse than just trying to kill it or attacking them with Wan Shi. All right, that seems like a very good... That seems like a good sequence of plays to me. Wow. I'm actually like, I feel like I should be more excited, but it just kind of happened. Ragavan resolves. Absolutely resolves. Plus at me, okay? Or minus at me, sure. I'm just chilling. I got drain up. I'm attacking you twice, and that's where we're gonna be at here. Wow, that is crazy. That is so strong. Oh, wow, that's the best drain you can get is 8, really. That's like, I can't believe that just happened. That is like the #1 thing we could have done. Time walk is fine. This has the vigilance. Okay, my side. I knew this had vigilance, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't even have to cast the Bowmaster to stop the Ragavan because my 9/9 Flash Flyer has vigilance. Oh god. Okay. Pyroblast off the top? Drain you. Hardcast Force. I think I'm trying to figure out. I guess I could draw off of Spellbomb. Oh, I don't have triple drain. Sad. All right, well, I got a Bowmaster at least. Killing Ragavan. Oh, I guess that means that Ren and 6 kills my Bowmaster, though, so that was probably a shit play. I guess not that I just kill Ren and 6, though. Oh, I don't kill Ren and 6. I see. All right, well, that was not my best line. I kind of thought that Mana Drain protected Wan would be enough, but I did get Hardcast Force blasted. I'm gonna leave open Drain, and then I have Wan again, so it's fine. Maybe I played that badly. I could see play. I can see that being the case. They could buy, but they can't play Lurrus because their deck has green and red mana in it. Just gonna go return a land. Okay. Blue, green, red. Buy Lurrus, I assume. Yeah. And then pass. Oh, they found the... Oh, they didn't... Oh my god, they didn't find... They can't play Lurrus because it's a tropical island. All right, I will play another one. We know they have Lurrus and an unknown. Draw 1 card. Make a 3/3 flyer. Oh, another red blast. Oh, a bolt. Okay. 1 down. So we know they have Lurrus last card. We have another... Okay, so what we can do is DT for a Time Walk. And that will let us kill Ren and 6. And it's not as detrimental that we get Wastelanded, I assume. I guess I could have done it for a Bowmaster. I mean, I think a lot of these cards win, but I think this is fine. Yep. But now I have like a lot of coverage, so I think I'm at buy Lurrus stage as well. Yeah, we're in a great spot. We don't even have to drain their Lurrus. We could theoretically just push it. I guess we do have to drain their Lurrus because they have a Ren and 6 in their yard. Deathrite is fine. End step. Fetch. C. Push this. Untap. Another one. Lurrus. Bowmaster or Wan. I think just Lotus. That kind of signals force, but that's okay. Because I do want to drain this Lurrus, I think, because I don't want them to replay something from their yard immediately. But next turn I have Bowmaster or Wan or Spellbomb, so... We actually got there. Is this only game 2, though? This is only game 2. Okay, we gotta play a third game. I do think I boarded correctly for this, though. There might be more Renin 6s than I'd like, and maybe that's a problem. Renin 6. So now if they play Renin 6 here, I'll just drain it. We'll go to my turn, and Bowmaster is lethal. So I play a Bowmaster, I shoot them to 5. This becomes a 2-2 and attack for 5. Cool. Okay, that was great. This is white creatures. So it's the only question is like, do I want to have negation for Renin 6? And I think the answer is no. I have a bunch of things like Long Goodbye and Needle and Spell Pierce. I think this is fine. All right, can I, wow, I can't believe that just happened. Let's see if we can win game 3. I might just not be giving my opponent's deck enough credit. Like, Deathray Shaman Renin 6 Wasteland is strong. There's just like a lot of heavy lifting that has to go on in terms of fetches and man. Like you saw there, it's actually a reoccurring problem for all Lurrus decks that are not like the blue-black or the Esper versions. It's that even this version actually with the double island and the strip mine and the saga, these decks like Underworld Breach and even PO out of Lurrus, like where you're splashing heavy on red. Sometimes you just have like Volk, and then you can't cast your Lurrus. In that game, my opponent had the Underground Sea, but then also had what? Trop and Volk and Island or something. I don't know if that was exactly what it was, but it was not too black, basically. And it's tough because like you want like these, there are good green cards. Like Deathray Shaman is a strong card, right? And Renin 6 is a strong card. Like these are, and you know, even you can even, although I don't think Ragavan is like very good in Vintage, like it's still like a powerful card. So these are cards you can and theoretically could play like Lurrus decks with, but there's a cost, right? The mana is a big deal. And even for me, I didn't have access to basic mountain, not mountain, basic swamp. So like I was getting taxed by the one wasteland that my opponent had. So it's tough. Vintage is a crazy game, and a lot of it has to do with lands. This is push, Spell Pierce. Saga, fetch. I think this is good. As long as my opponent doesn't play turn 1, Renin 6, I think this is pretty reasonable. I'm really scared of my opponent's 1 days that they probably have, though. So... let's see what happens. Is any mulliganing? We're looking for opponent on 7 cards that they want to keep. They chose to keep. All right, let's go. Fetch. Deathrite Shaman, I assume. So one of the... Oh, Nethergoyf. Wow. I did not expect that. Okay. Oh, all right. Force. All right. Just going to pass holding open both options in case my opponent goes with Ren. Also don't want to fetch an Underground Sea and like Fatal Push a Nethergoyf. That's not a very strong play. Though I don't have the other blue mana for if I want to go like Spell Pierce with Force backup. I might have considered pushing a Deathray Shaman. It's possible. Strip Mine, great. And another Nethergoyf. Okay. That's a lot of Nethergoyfs. Bowmaster Lurrus loop should be what we're looking for that. I need to determine if I want to... I think that helps space for days. If I want to, like, bait out the strip mine so that I can get my saga going. Deathrite Shaman. Okay. I do think I'm fatal pushing this. Deathrite Shaman post second main here. Ugh. Man, I hate Wastelands so much. I like how I have 2 basics and I just can't play the game. All right, I'm gonna play Underground Sea. I'm gonna fatal push this Deathrite Shaman. I don't want them to have access to their other 3 colors of mana, so if my opponent makes me, I guess if they force, I'd force back. If they made me Spell Pierce, then I guess it's fine. Drain, which I can't play off of Saga. All right, well, at least I can get a base. I was gonna say at least I can get a basic now, but I can't really get a basic now because I still need to push. Oh boy. I think I might just die to these Netherglyphs. I guess I don't. I guess I'm probably not dying to these Netherglyphs. If they have a 3rd Wasteland, I guess it gets really bad for me. I'm probably not allowed to pierce this. But I kind of want to pierce this. Am I playing around 2nd Wasteland here? Okay, I don't think I'm allowed to pierce this. So I guess if they attack before even playing a land, I can't really fatal push. I mean, I'm probably fatal push. Takes 6. I'm gonna have to fatal push both of these. It looks like. So maybe I just have to spell pierce this, but then I am like really timing. Unless I draw fetch land, it's like really bad timing. I'm getting legacied here. This is a straight up legacy hand besides the strip mine. Decline to use ponder. Didn't play a land. I mean, I think I just have to push now. Okay, see how badly this goes for me. Oh, I got mental missteps. Oh, that just deals 1,000,000 damage. Okay, I think I had to force back there. I kind of. All right, all right. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. I think I'm dead. They have force as well. I'm at 1. And then I have to hit a land to even live. I'm just dead. I just got triple wastelanded. All right. That was fun. I had a great time. I love Wasteland. We should get Wastelanded more often. If you're ever wondering why I don't stream too much, or I don't record much off stream, or play that much vintage off stream anymore, stuff like that is part of the reason. Obviously, you get vintage sometimes, but getting Wastelanded is definitely distinctly my personal biggest pet peeve. So, another Lurrus gamer here, but my hand is really weak. But am I really allowed to mulligan it? What if I get Wastelanded? All right, expressive iteration. We are versing all kinds of decks today. I think I am just interested in doing the same thing back to my opponent because I only have 1 strip mine, so. I don't want them to get to expressive iteration mana. Black Lotus. That seems good. Maybe they'll turn on Mindbreak Trap. Doesn't look like a Twister game. That's it? No land, but they have Black Lotus. Okay. Treasure Cruise. These are all very clunky Magic cards here. Maybe I have some deck building issues of my own. All right. Fetch land off the top from the opponent. Not bad. I assume... I might as well just go get a Sewers here. I have a C in my hand. Is another C what I want? I think another C is fine. I also have Wan in response to a Delta now, which is kind of nice. Wan in response to Delta. The first time. Am I cantripping? Ah, black, Bowmaster. How does this work? Whenever an opponent searches their library, put a 1/1 counter and then draw a card. So Bowmaster in response is not how my opponent wants to do this. What they wanted to do was let it resolve and then Bowmaster it. Either way, I think I am just forcing this Bowmaster pitching to Twister anyways. Though I guess this is losing my chance of turning Trap on, so. Because I'm not drawing any cards right here. I'm drawing cards when the fetch resolves. Oh, they just have Fatal Push. Okay. All right, well. I got a lot of cards in my yard for Treasure Cruise. So it's Grixis plus Pearl, maybe? Put Strip Mine in their graveyard. Interesting. Then they ripped another fetch. Okay. Now they have a Expressive Iteration. Time Walk. Okay. Now they have Expressive. All right. I guess I need to see what card gets exiled. Wasteland. Oh my god, I'm getting wastelanded by the Pearl Underground Seed Volcanic. Okay, all right. I'm gonna turn into Maharu by the end of this stream. Yeah. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could just cruise while they're tapped out. That's probably correct. I still don't think I'm supposed to go get basics, considering I have all these freaking seas. I mean, I guess I'm glad I kept the underground sea on the top of my library off of that activation. I was like, thought I was in the clear when my opponent got rid of Strip Mine off the top. Come on, stop. I just keep getting one of dazed. Oh my god. Daze into Frog and I'm dead. Wow. Okay. Well. I don't feel like I did it. Okay, all right. It's fine. It's just magic. It's just getting wastelanded. It's not a big deal. Okay. So it's just Grixis Frog with expressive iterations. I guess I should have played this Wan at some other time. I think I'm just not going to play this Wan right away. Not like I have a Lurrus anyways. This thing is going to be a 3/3. So it's not very good for me. All right, I will respond by wanting. Oh, it's probably the last turn of the game because I assume there's like a random ass pyroblast. Yeah, okay. I assume there's a random pyroblast coming from my Mox Pearl opponent. Should probably fetch and response if it's going to resolve. Just going to force it. Okay, great. I'm dead. Okay. Well, that's okay. Like I said, I think we should be able to go over the top of these low to the ground Lurrus decks. Theoretically, you know what? I think it's a deck building problem. I think I just need to have the basic swamp in the board for the matchups where I'm fatal pushing. And yeah, it's going to make my mana drains and owls worse, but I think it just might have to happen. What happens if I extirpate all the frogs out of this deck? Is that good? It's probably not very good. It's probably not very good, Justin. Bring in another spell bomb though. And then I already took out all the negations. I'm gonna take out Twister when my opponent also has Bowmasters. All right. That was a beating. But Expressive Iteration is a powerful card when you can cast it, so. Yeah, I was shit talking in the Mox Pearl and then instantly ran into my own Mox Pearl. This Mox Pearl is not great in my deck, but it's pretty still okay with Bowmaster and Lurrus, so. Just want to cantrip this Trust down. Maybe like this hand, like, am I ever supposed to mulligan this hand? I don't know. I assume this Pearl is just for Lurrus, but maybe they're splashing other things. It's kind of unclear. Just buying Lurrus. I'm just gonna cast this Trust down. Okay, getting a land is great. Let's hold open Spell Pierce. This is kind of, yeah, you kind of want to have the wand in play for fetches, but then you kind of also want to like just be playing at end step with your counter magic. So it's a bit of a weird, doesn't exactly play with the flash as well as I'd want it to, which is interesting. Okay, Surveil Land. I will play this as a X equals 1 so that it is big enough to survive a Bowmaster, even though I get dazed. And don't draw any cards. Oh, I guess this is a trigger, so it always gets Bowmastered. Okay, nice. That makes sense. All right, so there's not a great way to play around that. I'm gonna play a Spell Bomb. I'll get in with my Flash Flyer. So yeah, if my opponent could have sequenced the Bowmaster one later the other game, that would have been better. As long as they are letting the wand resolve. Did the wand resolve? I don't even remember if it resolved. I feel like I was so far behind it. Yeah, it did resolve because it got Fatal Push. So there was, yeah, no reason. You gotta, I mean, people are gonna learn the timing windows. Immediately wastelanded. All right. Do that now so that I can get the wasteland away without them doing anything. I think I'm just gonna have to force this. Pyroblast. No Pyroblast. Okay. I guess at least I have a basic island. That's something. Can my wand go the distance? 8 attacks. At least when they fetch, it gets bigger and I draw a card, right? Just kidding. They don't have to fetch. They got wastelands. They do have red off of Ruby, which is great. So they don't have to fetch. Basic island. Fair. Saga Gaming is strong here. Probably just incentivizes another wasteland, but you never know. Here's Lurrus with Frog. I will force your Lurrus. Can at least trap the frog if they protect it here. Force back. Lurrus resolves. Frog gets trapped. This thing has vigilance is really strong. Right, frog gets in there, and it blocks the Lurrus, and I have a construct. Okay, looking okay, looking all right. I'll have my own Lurrus coming down at some point. All right, never mind. It's a lot of fatal pushes. Now they can fetch. Makes sense. Now they have a Volk. Now what? Just... Oh, I see. All right, I will make a construct, and then I will daze this. That might be worse than... No, maybe not. Okay. My turn to get the daze. Everyone's got one daze in Vintage. You gotta pick and choose. Don't get another construct here, but Black Lotus should be good. What is my plan? I guess it's just Black Lotus. And then... Lurrus. Play Lurrus. Replay Black Lotus. Attacking is bad. Because I'm not trading Lurruses here. My Lurrus is much better. I guess I could have gone demonic fatal push is what I could have done. Strip mine. So I have a wand I can cast for blue if I want it. I have a spell bomb and a dress down. Obviously we're not doing dress down. I just don't know that. I feel like just tutoring a draw spell is my best thing. Just get cruise. This deck might want a Snapcaster Mage. This deck probably wants a Snapcaster Mage instead of like a fourth Wan. I just wanted to test Wan. But if I were to make this deck again, I'd probably put a Snapcaster Mage in it. Maybe I should just kept that black source for a fatal push. Yeah, I should have just exiled the Force of Will and kept the black for a fatal push. Ah, the card they drew for turn was Pyroblast. All right. Just going to get this Spell Bomb and Spell Bomb my opponent. So I could have used the black here. So obviously that was a bad play. So now my opponent can't top deck a Delve spell. They top decked a Seal of Removal. So they will fucking... Are you fucking kidding me? That's unbelievable. And now I don't have the Black Lotus to return my Lurrus. And I don't have black mana. That's unbelievable. Okay. I gotta get a fetch land here. I didn't hit a fetch land. Okay. I'm dead. I'm actually just gonna lose this game. Well, I guess I threw it. It's my fault. I shouldn't have played Spellbomb. I should have played Lotus again. I shouldn't have gone for Treasure Cruise and got my gotten Pyroblasted. Ugh, I mean, this is this. Okay. That's crazy. Was I really not supposed to go for Treasure Cruise because they could draw Pyroblast off the top? Like that's not a good reason. But I also like didn't think I needed to like fetch a Fatal Push and kill Lurrus. Like, I'm so bad at this game. This speeds up the clock by a turn. But I want to draw out of this, so... Okay, so a fetch, I mean, playing a Lurrus isn't... Okay, playing a Lurrus is not bad, because playing a Lurrus still means I get Lotus back. And it's a lot less bad next turn. Oh, I guess I can just play Spell Bomb and Exile. Okay, I'll just play Spell Bomb then. Because this sack is part of the cost. So the next time they bounce Lurrus, it's the last time they bounce Lurrus. Oh my lord, I have been bullied here. Okay. They could, of course, wait to bounce Lurrus. They kept a card on top. That's not good. Okay. I obviously should not have used this island to play Lurrus, but they were 0 cards, so didn't matter much. Orcish Bowmaster. Sure. I guess that's a good card to keep on top. They're just gonna wait until the seal is lethal. Okay. Let me Lorien Revealed. Burn Underground Sea. Play my Underground Sea. And then go to end step and dress down. These draws are not good. I think I'm lost. They can still Bowmaster end of turn. Do the dress down. Unless I eat it. Which I guess I could do. They can still attack. Yeah, I guess I'll just eat it. I guess I'll pay. Okay. All right. I mean, that worked out really well for me. I don't really feel like that's how it was supposed to work out. All right. Now I think I'm going to win the game. Wow. What just happened? I feel like if my opponent had forced me to get rid of the seal, they'd be in like pretty good shape. Now I feel like I'm in good shape. Seal that Lurrus makes sense. Hopefully they don't have Pyro. I guess Pyroblast doesn't hit here. Kill your Lurrus. Take 1. Okay. I mean, this is great. Love this for me. Saga Gaming. I have a strip mine for that. Gotta make sure I use my strip mine. I also have dress down loops, so. I think I just get a Black Lotus. Wasteland Saga. Okay, I think I won this game. Oh boy. I thought I lost that one. I was losing my mind a little bit. I think I'm just gonna cast Wan here. And if it gets countered, I don't care. I don't know what they could cast at instant speed that I would be sad about. I guess they could kill Lurrus. Oh. I lost. I don't lose the game to this, but I guess that is something I don't want to see, yeah. Oh, I do lose the game to this because it kills my Lurrus. Let's see. I mean, I have a 5/5 Vigilance Flyer. So I guess it's not losing the game. It is a bad play, though. I would say it was a bad play. This is too... I mean, this thing is huge, though, so maybe it's fine. If my opponent... I guess if my opponent had shot it, it would be... Wait, so they could have... If my opponent had waited, let this resolve, played the Bowmaster, shot it, and then did 2 and killed the Lurrus... Oh, wait, no, that wouldn't work. Yeah, that would work. Okay, I should have lost this game. People are still learning when to... The timing windows here on Wan. That was a really bad play by me. I played awful. I needed to just not cast it, I guess. Or cast it with Mana Drain open. Yeah, cast it with Mana Drain open would have been better. Okay, that's a learning moment for both players, I hope. My opponent definitely can win that game, and I definitely shouldn't have lost. Well, I made a bunch of different choices in that game that got very punished, so. Do I want Raven Feeblement to kill Bowmaster? Kills Lurrus and Bowmaster? I guess I do. I didn't really realize that. That might be why people are playing it, because it kills Lurrus, kills Bowmaster, and comes in against mono white. Alright, that's good to know. I'm gonna take this Days Out on the draw. Yeah, I've been playing really badly today. I must have been on tilt from the Wastelands. It can happen, it can happen. Alright. I'm gonna get Wastelanded out of this game, too. I mean, like, I can't mulligan these hands, right? Like, I can never afford to mulligan these hands, so. I guess I give Saga Time Walk, though, which is quite strong. I will say that this Wan Shi versus Bowmaster is very unfortunate. Spellbomb of their own makes sense. So the question is, do I want to resolve a Wan Shi here? And that would let me just have it in play already. Get a basic island, probably. Well, yeah, because I get... Well, if I... I'm not going to make any constructs because of the Wasteland is the problem, right? Yeah, just get an Underground Sea, cast Wan Shi, and then I go Saga Time Walk and hope to draw a land in my 2 draws. Seems reasonable. Maybe that's just crazy. Is that like a good use of a Lotus Petal? That just not be a good use of a Lotus Petal. Strip Mine. Huh. I guess I could get Dazed here. I don't know if that matters too much to me. It'll set them back pretty far. Getting Spell Pierce here is a fucking nightmare, though, so... Okay, I got forced pitching Express. I forgot my opponent had Expressive Iterations in their deck. Okay. So I guess this loses me my Saga, but then I guess I'm not happy about this trade. Okay, I dislike what I did. I don't know what I wanted to do, but this sequence was awful. Oh, cool. Double Wasteland. Oh, cool. And kill my... All right, well... I'm glad they killed my Saga, not my Underground Sea. Think that just means I have to play my own Bowmaster, right? Okay, I can't complain at all because I played this sequence just the worst possible I could have chosen. Like I used the pedal at the wrong time. I shouldn't have time walked, or I shouldn't have played Saga and time walked. Like everything was bad. So this is my own fault. You don't have a Bowmaster, bro. I'll take the 1 if you're bluffing. It's fine. Oh, just bluffing. Cool. Oh, fatal push. Let's see. All right. And then hit the underground sea. Hit the strip mine. All right, we're both on the underground sea. No one wants no one wants to deal with this. I'm still short on my cruise here. Hope I don't get triple wastelanded. All right, well, now they know my whole hand. I don't like Wasteland, in case anyone hadn't figured that out yet. No, yo, there's just no way, bro. Every single game is like this. It's just, what am I supposed to do, man? And now I can't Lorien revealed. Oh my lord. Okay. Seal of cleanse removal. You got it. I'm not lost in this game, but like, who is having fun here? Where we both wasteland ourselves to oblivion and don't get to play Magic? Like, this is so sad. Angry Justin. Oh, my opponent drew a land for it first. They win. What a powerful wizard. Instead of playing Magic versus each other and like choosing which spells to cast, and me like getting punished for playing the wrong spells in the wrong order, we just like don't get to play the game at all, and instead we sit here and can't cast our spells until one of us draws a land and they win. This is my fault though, right? Like I could have. I mean, I can't really fetch basic there. Like I just can't. I must have Pyroblast back up here because they know my hand. All right. Well, this is a comeback potential here, right? I win this fight, and then they also had to fetch Volk, and they can't get a Lurrus down. I win this fight, and then I treasure cruise with my land off the top. It's just okay. All right, fair enough. I wasn't strong enough. I was too bad of a player. And they delve. Okay. All right, my bad, chap. I mean, I did play this game awfully, but like, how am I ever keep? I kept what, triple land, and I got triple wastelanded. Maybe I kept 2 lands. I drew 1 land, and then okay. It's sad. I just think that I feel like these games of Magic would be so much more fun and interesting if we weren't just like throwing the random extra variant simulator into the game by just having wastelands. But I mean, it's a personal opinion, of course. So try to regroup here mentally and come back for the next one. All right, I'm on to round 4. I'm gonna do my best to play fun and exciting Magic for you, the viewer. I will try my best to not get wastelanded, but I mean, I made some deck building decisions here that unfortunately mean I'm gonna get wastelanded, and I'm gonna like it. I think this is a pitch the fatal push. Oh God, I don't know. So my opponent is keeping 7, and there's no Lurrus, so they have to be exactly mono white or raker. They have to be mono white or raker for this fatal push to be good. Whereas this Nihil Spellbomb will let me have a possibility of winning against the Dredge if it's Dredge. So I think I'm interested. I mean, I guess I could pitch this Time Walk. Maybe I could have pitched Time Walk. I think the Spellbomb just like gives me an out to beat Dredge here if the opponent is on Dredge. So I kind of like keeping it. Saga Gaming. Okay, so that means they're not mono white, most likely. Vexing Bauble is fine. If I hit a land, I'll Time Walk. But without a land, I'll just hold everything up. I do want to get a Wan in play this turn because they'll search next turn. So shop. Oh wow, this Ancient Tomb lets them make constructs here is quite strong. That's not good for me. These constructs are going to be large. My only real main way to deal with constructs is I have a strip mine and I have a dress down. So, could be a challenge. Just going to time walk. Try to find my strip mine or dress down. Also have a DT for strip mine here. Sewers. All right. Can bin a card for my cruise. I will definitely bin that. So I have a Bowmaster, have a cruise, but these constructs are just going to be super large. So unless I can get the Lurrus, I mean, I could get Lurrus Bowmaster loop going, and that will be 2 blockers every turn. So technically, 2 constructs without like a manifold key are not the end of the world. Especially, I have a pretty good mana situation going. But yeah, these are huge constructs, so we'll see. The search is going to trigger my wand, and I'm going to draw a card off my wand. If I ever get DT, I can get dressed down as well. So the search trigger gets a wand trigger. Daze is not very good here. They immediately have a manifold key. Okay, so now I need dress down. That's super unfortunate. So it's this Jewel? This they just kept like a weak Jewel hand? Or just like Raker PO? I'm just going to hardcast Daze on this. But these things are 5/5s and they're going to be unblockable soon, so... But maybe this wand can like race. Took a lot of damage from their sink in their ancient tomb. Brainstorm. Yeah, I think I need a brainstorm. Hopefully this hits a fetch. Those are interesting cards. I have to dig through them all again, unfortunately. Oh, I can't actually. They're not interesting cards because there's a vexing bauble. Let's see. I mean, they're fine. We have to do it. We have to do it. Wonder if I want to ancestral my opponent. So if I let them attack here and hit me for like 12 or something, and then they're at 9 and they're at 8 and they're at 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. New plan. Lethal ancestral. I guess if I'm doing that, I probably should have still strip mined the island. Maybe. Because then they can, maybe I won't, maybe I'll strip mine the island. If they like keep the island up, I don't want them to be able to like, to Otawara, I guess. Just using the key to untap. That might be a bad sign. The One Ring. Oh, man. Okay. In that case... I'll ancestral target myself. What is this? Oh, crack bauble in response. Okay. Bowmaster in response. Force on ancestral, pitching PO. Bowmaster, shoot them for 1. Bauble draw, shoot them for 1. They're at 4. Okay. They have protection, so they can't die. They're going to draw a card. I'll ping. This thing is fine. Workshop. I know my top cards, right? So that's a problem. Oh wait, where's Cruise? Did I put Cruise the next one down? I hope I put Cruise the next one down. Maybe I should have just wastelanded this blue source. I guess the blue source didn't matter, right? Didn't matter. Um, I'm not sure that I guess like having a Bowmaster in play is going to be really good here no matter what. They kind of need to do something now, right? So I just chump block with Wan. Actually, I could just trade here with Wan. Because I can't attack this turn anyways. So saving enough life might be worth it. So there's my Cruise. Should I hit the blue source or should I hit the workshop? The blue source is like Odawara. I definitely want a Snapcaster in this deck. Oh, but now I can use my Lotus. They're going to be at 3. So I just want to do buy Lurrus, play Lurrus, and pitch cast. Okay. They can't really draw with this ring. I guess they can make a 9/9 somehow. But they don't have enough cards? And I have a force now? Also, they kind of have to make it unblockable. I guess they don't have to make it unblockable. To win, they'd have to make it unblockable. Like, if they just attack with it, I could just block with Lurrus. Oh, wait, I guess I could just take it and then attack with Lurrus. What am I talking about here? So now if they, like, metamorph my Lurrus, maybe? Oh, I cruised away my owl. I didn't think I needed it, but that could maybe I should have activated Spellbomb and cruised away and saved the owl in case I pitch cast. Okay, I really don't think I played these games very well today, and I hope everyone realizes that I have not played these games very well. All right, they're at 1. Another. Now I don't even have to block with a Bowmaster. Okay, I got the win against Jewel. That was sketchy. I don't think I played very well. This should be a great deck against Jewel. All counters with null rods. Should just be an unbelievable deck against Jewel. I mean, I feel super bad for Jewel. I don't know if Extra Bait's actually good here. Might be. See how many cards I have. Especially if they like go to the creature plan. I don't actually have like great answers for the creature plan. I didn't like put Seal of Removal or Hurkyl's Recall in my deck, so definitely gonna keep Twister. I think I'm supposed to take out a basic island. I have main deck mind break. These main deck mind break decks just have not come up, and I'm kind of scared about it because like, well, I guess I just haven't drawn them in my opener ever. So I think they would have been good multiple times. I just didn't have them in my opener because I was thinking about playing like a mind break trap in PO, like a main deck mind break trap in PO. Let's do this. I don't think this extra pay's good here, but I want to try it for content. Okay. This Pearl sticks out like a sore thumb, I will say. I still like it though. Like playing a Bowmaster here on turn 1 is good, right? It's still good. It's just not as good. It's like nowhere close to as good as any of the other ones. All right, I'm down. I don't know what to say. I'm waiting for my opponent to choose if they want to keep their 7. I don't think I ever got. I ever got an email about those cards. All right, I'm keeping. They mulliganed to 6, so they were thinking about their 6, 7. So here I have Force and Bowmaster turn 1 and Spell Pierce on turn 1, so it's not bad. It's obviously on the play, this would be nuts hand, right? But I just think that this, as long as I don't get a Worm Coil resolved on me, and even if I get a Worm Coil resolved on me, I should still be able to win with like a Bowmaster loop. So turn 1 ring. I have a Force. Pitch 1. I think that's drain is gonna be better. They have turn 1 Force plus backup on the 1 ring. That'd be bad for me. Not the end of the world, but it's pretty bad for me. Did I show them Wan? Yeah, I showed them Wan last game, so they must be considering whether to force or not. I mean, like they could get null rotted here. They pitched Ancestral Recall. That's a very classic Jewel Force. But this ring will draw as much as an Ancestral Recall at some point. Yeah, immediate null rod. I think I'm just jamming it. That is the downside for my opponent forcing back there. Obviously, my board is not that great here. Like, if they go Workshop Worm Coil, things are bad, right? But against everything else, it should be great. I guess, obviously, Workshop Masticore is really bad for me as well. But now that I got Mana Drain up, I should just have this game locked. Time Vault is fine. Yeah, this is like this is the matchup you want for sure. Maybe I do want to have like something in my sideboard that bounces big artifact creatures. Like maybe I can switch like Assign to like a Seal Sabotage, so I have like a little more versatility. And again, like I said, I think we maybe misbuilt the deck in a couple different ways in terms of probably wanted a basic Swamp, probably wanted a Snapcaster Mage. So far, the I don't think I'm supposed to play that actually, because I think I'm just supposed to hold up Drain. So far, the owl has been all right. Obviously, we got the big drain one, but besides that, just as a small creature, it was okay. Like I want to play Null Rod out, but I don't want to. I want to hold drain up more. So, all right, that was an easy one. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can go positive with our deck. Like we had some pretty close matches versus the two fair Deathrite Ragavan Lurrus things, Grixis Frog and 4-color. So this is a classic. I'm glad I have a fetch land here for my drain. I don't think this league has been pretty good. We did play 5 I guess you don't really count Jewel as a blue deck. So we played 3 blue matchups, 3 like fair blue matchups, and then Jewel, which I liked our Jewel matchup. I think I actually liked all 4 of our first matchups. Like we did get bullied, I guess, but I made some bad plays and some things, some different kinds of variants happened. Some deck building issues showed up, so I'm not like surprised that we like lost tight 3 game sets against the 2 fair blue decks. So my opponent is on Underground Sea Fetch, no Lurrus, which makes me think Doomsday or Tinker. Ponder makes me think Doomsday. This hand is pretty reasonable against Doomsday. It's actually great against Doomsday. Besides not having a force, like we have 2 counters open, we have Brainstorm to get rid of like Fatal Pushes later. We have 2 good colorless lands again. These lands are both good against Doomsday. So, and we have a Wan, which is great against Doomsday. And it's a great end of turn flash against Doomsday as well. Just because, you know, like being able to have your counters up the whole turn and then play a spell at instant speed at the end. Like if my opponent fetches, I'm not going to play Wan because I don't want to die. But if they do nothing, then I just play Wan at the end step. So this is oh, it's a Soul Ring, so it's Tinker. Okay, I think in this case, I just want to Spell Pierce this Soul Ring. I really do like Spell Piercing early mana Crypts and Soul Rings out of like POs and those kind of decks. It might be Storm, I guess. If they have a follow-up, like another really good card here, it's pretty bad for me. Could this be like Grixis Tinker Breach? Key. That's fine. I should, I don't think I need to, I can like wait on this Brainstorm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Undercity Sewers. And I like Petal actually here. Do I like Petal here? I guess I don't like Petal here because I no longer have Spell Pierce. So I think what I like here is strip mining their black source, which I think is a more powerful source for like DTs and stuff. And then I get to hold open either of my 3 spells. So, all right, if opponent's gonna play nothing, then I'm gonna play Wan Shi Tong. And if they like Pyroblast with it or whatever, who cares? It's fine. All right. Another one. Can get it away with Brainstorm. I just clicked through my attack by accident. I just missed it. Ponder. Okay, I will respond to your Ponder with a Bowmaster. Ponder resolves. I don't know why I was like, oh, I'm draining this. No. We're going to just Bowmaster it. Dress down. I certainly have a bunch of cards that I would be willing to put away. Did my opponent shuffle? They did shuffle. Nothing from my opponent here. So I like Construct. I think it's very unlikely I Construct again. Probably brainstorming in response to this. Okay, let's put these 2 away. And then I'll get a Black Lotus. And then I'm just gonna Time Walk. Seems pretty strong. And I'll attack. See if they have any removal spells. And do I want to cast Ancestral? I don't think so. Okay. That was a clinical outing. I have a negation, and I probably am bringing in Null Rods. I don't know if my opponent is on... I guess it's kind of awkward with Null Rod and Spellbomb if my opponent is on like Breach stuff. I guess I'm going to keep one Spellbomb in to search for, but I am going to still bring in the Null Rods anyways. Yeah, I think that's my plan. So I'll go down Daze, down Island. I still have just like not seen these traps at the times that I want to see these traps, which is interesting. Though I guess I want to get rid of these Fatal Pushes, right? So maybe I'm bringing in a Null Rod, even though it's not that great. And maybe I'm keeping in an Island. Just Dazes and Pushes. Could like Daze. I might like Daze more. So hard to say. Okay, this hand looks reasonable. So we did play 4 blue matchups, plus half blue matchup in Jewel. It's been an interesting league. Like I said, I apologize for getting a little salty. Got a little salty with all the wastelanding happening. I do think like it's partially my fault, right? In terms of deck building, in terms of the way I played the games, and then obviously there's just a certain amount of variance involved as well. And again, it's never, especially when I'm saying things like, oh, you know, this is Ragavan, Ragavan's bad. That's never a slight against my opponent and their deck building. It's just how I feel about a Magic card. You know, my opponents fair and square beat me and won the game. So you got to accept that. And especially as like a Magic player, even the best Magic players, you're going to lose, you know, 4 times out of 10. You got to be ready to take the L's. That doesn't mean you can't, you know, identify why they happened and grow from them. But yeah, all things are part of the Magic experience, including getting Wasteland locked out of the game. I don't know what this person's going to name on Needle here. Maybe Spellbomb, maybe a Fetch Land, maybe Black Lotus, even though it doesn't do anything. Come on, bro. I have 1 Flooded Strand in my deck. They didn't even name Delta. They didn't even name Delta. Okay. All right. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. I just lost a land out of my hand. It's okay. My opponent didn't even play a land of their own. They have a Mana Crypt and a Manifold Key. I'm just so amazed that somehow I got my Strand needled in this game. That's wild. I have 1 Strand in my deck, so not a huge deal. My opponent knows. Oh, I'm an idiot. There was a probe. When did the probe happen? Oh my god. How long do you think it was going to take me there? Of course they know I have a Strand, because they probed me. What was I talking while I got probed? I must have been talking. Yeah, okay. Maybe I just want to be salty, okay? Did you ever think about that? You ever think about that? I just want to be salty sometimes. Oh, my opponent's off it. Well, sorry, opponent. I was just like, why did they name Strand? Yeah, because you had perfect information and saw the Strand in my hand. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so we went 3-2 here, and honestly, you know, could have gone 5-0 possibly with a little bit of variance, maybe a little bit of deck building. Let's talk about what we want to change right away. Do we like the Wan Shi Tongs? Yes. I thought they were good. what I do want to do is swap out these lands for Flooded Strand for 3 more deltas. And then I'm not going to put I still think the swamp, I still think I only want it like sometimes, and like not even every matchup that oh boy, I'm gonna have to try to find the exact swamp I want. That seems like a challenge because I don't actually have the cards. Wait, what set is this from? This is a Euro. I guess I can just do any Euro swamp, just fine. These aren't Guru, right? These are Venice. Okay, let's just do this one's nice. Okay, so I'm gonna. Oh, sorry, I just said I didn't want the swamp. So I'm gonna put the swamp in the board. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out this extra fate, which I think is probably just garbage. So I'm gonna run like this, and then I think the spell bomb was good. I think the daze was good. I think the dress item was good. What was the other plan I wanted to make? was there something else I was trying to do, or was I just swamp? Oh, I want a Snapcaster Mage. So I'm gonna probably. So this will air on Wednesday. So if you're watching this Wednesday and you want to see more, I'm gonna probably stream this version 2 on Wednesday night. It'll be my last Wednesday night stream before I head off to Eternal Weekend. So I have a Snapcaster here, and what I'll do is I'll cut one of the wands. It is a legendary, it pitches to force, but I think I liked having all of the other cards. What was the last card I added to this deck today? Because I did add one card at the very end, but I don't know what it was. Didn't get to cast Dig at all today. I didn't get to like mana drain into Lorians. Maybe the Lorians are like not as good if you don't if you have all these wands. I think the answer is just like one less wand, right? Like this is a legendary creature. But I do want to show it off in the next stream. So I'll probably keep 4. I will say we'll probably go down to 3 eventually. So what do I want to cut? I don't know. All right, I'll cut a wand for now. Or maybe it's the second Mind Break trap. I actually think the second Mind Break trap is kind of good. We just didn't really draw it today. Maybe the answer is like I don't need as many Lorien revealeds. I could see that being true. All right, I will trim a wand, and we'll see tomorrow exactly what I want to do. But this was pretty reasonable. I was happy. I probably don't need another negation. Maybe I want it though. Okay. Yeah, but this card was strong. It wasn't as good as I had hoped. I think there were a couple matches where I got it like in play. It wasn't getting threatened by Bowmaster, and it drew some extra cards. I got a Saga Trigger off of this. I got Tezzerets off of this. I got Fetches off of it. So it did a lot in terms of its static ability. Its X ability made it a really big threat. I think that's the one thing I kind of forgot about this. Like, I was like, oh, it's X rounded down. That might not be like as powerful because you're drawing like way less cards. But like if you cast this where X is equal to 3, it's a 4/4 flyer. Like you draw 1 card, right? But it's a 4/4 flyer. Like this thing is going. It's a 4/4 flying flash vigilance. Like this card is going to end the game. And you do need to be aware of how it's going to play into Bowmaster, because like I made some mistakes here in terms of I made a mistake in terms of timing window on my wand, and my opponents also made multiple mistakes in the timing window of wand. Remember that this ETB this draw is an ETB, so let that one resolve and then Bowmaster the crap out of it. Thanks for watching. Again, sorry for the saltiness. Hopefully we'll be back in action with my whole streaming chat keeping me happy tomorrow night. Thank you for watching. More vintage content, more Avatar: The Last Airbender content coming on this YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.